part of Thailand.
There you can see the tail of the tape for this one. Two very young Muay Thai potential superstars for the future. You see equal records, similar heights. Of course, the weight is 51 kgs. We thought it was a fairly equal matchup in the last bout, but that was not the case at all.
Not at all. But speaking of which, though, despite their young ages, I mean, we've seen Kaewkarnda and Looktal compete here in Bangkok City a couple of times already, so they did not come straight from the provinces to compete in the big city of Bangkok. We've seen them in a couple of three-rounder promotions before.
Yeah, we have, indeed. Both very talented. Of course, that's why they're back here on Thai Fight League. Of course, the whole purpose of the show is what, Kevin?
That's right. We want to try to find the next superstar by bringing out some of the young fighters, or maybe some of them not so young fighters from the provinces, the people who have made their names in the provinces, and give them a chance here in the big city of Bangkok and put them on televised matchups. Because as you know, in the provinces, there's not a lot of televised bouts there.
Yep.
Some streaming, perhaps.
And I have to say as well, a lot of the fighters have really grabbed that opportunity. I feel like they've understood what was necessary to be a part of the Thai Fight team, but to stay in at least the matchmakers' memories here on Thai Fight League, and they have been invited back again and again. And apparently, it's been a very popular show here in Thailand, and of course to everyone, like I said, watching around the world on Thai Fight International. We've enjoyed having you week in, week out here.
Yeah, most definitely. But I'm still buzzing about last week's show, especially, of course, besides for the Isuzu Cup final. I mean, that was amazing. Had a great opening show as well. But Thiraphorn's performance.
Oh,
the
yes.
first time we saw Thiraphorn, I mean, she was a very much a technical fighter, a female fighter, but then all of a sudden in the last bout, she changed her style up and became more of an aggressive fighter, a push forward, no nonsense kind of brawler. And there you see the referee in charge, Patanan Pongsapan, judges at ringside, Tuan Ingubon, Arun Gumutashat, and Sema Tip Kiri.
So in the white corner, we have Looktal Pine Pacific.
And in the black corner, we have Kaewkarnda Sato Sukon. Two young fighters, 51 kilos.
3 2-minute rounds for the females, 3 minutes for the males.
Will we finally get a decision? That is the question, but I don't believe we had a stretcher just yet, Aaron.
Not yet, no.
Good knee to kick things off by Kaewkarnda.
Looktal is looking for that right hand. Oh, into the clinch. Quickly broken up there by the referee. Nice left kick to the body there by Kaewkarnda, but again, that right hand coming in by Looktal.
Yeah, Looktal seems to...
Oh, and again, rushing in with that right hand and connecting that time.
Yeah, Looktal seems to have Kard Chuek fever. I mean, she knows she has those ropes wrapped up, and she's trying to knock her opponent out early on. As for Kaewkarnda, though, she's trying to fight her Fimu style, keeping it in the clinch, keeping the fight long.
Of course, we always talk about that, don't we? Kevin's theory. As soon as a fighter puts those ropes around the wrists, those fists, sorry, he automatically becomes a Muay mat, a puncher. When indeed he might not be a puncher, he might be a technical fighter, he might be a kicker, but whatever. Those magical ropes just turn him into a puncher.
There must be a way. There must be a way to test if my theory is true.
It's definitely true. We see evidence of it week in, week out here on Thai Fight League.
That's right, our experiments have come to a conclusion. And you can already tell that Looktal, she's trying to go for the knockout blow once again. And now heading into the clinch, and a good solid knee from Looktal. Two solid knees straight down the middle.
Again, there's the rush and the right hand from Looktal, and once again connecting over and over again and again by Looktal.
Yeah, it seemed like early on this round that Kaewkarnda had the advantage, but Looktal now building up some momentum and throwing some very solid punches. Liking what I'm seeing from Looktal at the moment.
Yeah, and there it is, that right hand once again. And Kaewkarnda, when she does see Looktal pushing forward, she's trying to grab a hold right there and deliver some good knees. But she has to be wary of continuing to do that because, like I said, I feel like those punches are getting through as we end round number 1 here on Thai Fight League. Stay with us, round number 2 coming up next.
Coming into the second round for our fourth bout of the evening is Kaewkarnda, Sotasukon in the black corner, and Looktal, Pine Pacific in the white. It seemed like it was a good start for Kaewkarnda, but as the fight progressed, Looktal threw some heavy hands and connected.
Yeah, pretty much the story of that opening round was what we're seeing right there is that right hand being clocked, being primed and connecting.
The one thing, Aaron, we can't overlook is the knees, and I hope we get to see that in the replay because some of the knees were insanely hard and sharp. Take some of the looks again of the punches, excuse me. And here are some of those knees straight to the midsection, and of course those are the knees that score the most. So on my unofficial scorecard, Aaron, it is Pine Pacific, the young 15-year-old from BURI.
Yes, and Kaewkarnda, when she went back to her corner after that round number 1, you could see her corner were not happy with the performance at all. Here we go in round number 2.
As for Looktal's corner, we saw them dancing throughout the break. Looktal pushing forward, and someone's bleeding somewhere, not quite sure.
Right knee. Oh, better from Kaewkarnda. That's more aggression being shown than that's exactly what she needed to do.
Yeah, Kaewkarnda finally fighting fire with fire, and she showed that she can have some hard knees, just like Looktal.
They are bringing the fire in this second round. Kaewkarnda starting to match what we saw from Looktal in round number 1 now. Yeah, the blood coming from the nose, I believe, of Kaewkarnda. It might be the mouth, actually.
I believe it's the mouth. Good kick there from Kaewkarnda. Another good kick from Kaewkarnda. She's seemingly trying to take control of this fight.
Left kick there off the back foot from Kaewkarnda, but again she's right hand by Looktal.
Yeah, just when you start to count Looktal out, she starts connecting with solid hands.
And when Kaewkarnda does grab a hold of her like that, she has to throw knees.
Yeah, she really does.
That's better there from Kaewkarnda. But I do feel when they do come together that Looktal does connect with more flush knees, if I'm being honest. Tempting right hand, but missed that time.
Good counter from Kaewkarnda. Kaewkarnda using her range to her advantage at the moment.
Oh, that was a good left hand, a good stiff left jab there from Kaewkarnda. She needs to throw more of that. I didn't even know she had that in her locker.
Full of surprises at the moment, Kaewkarnda.
There you can see the eyes locked. Kaewkarnda. Again, low kick that time. Grabbing a hold of Looktal. Really, though, throwing those knees, which she needs to do. She's going to engage in the clinch.
Yeah, it was Looktal's knee that connected flush, though. Straight to the midsection once again. Reminiscent of what we saw in the first round.
Walked into a right hand, but a good left hand again there from Kaewkarnda as we end round number 2. A much more even round. More difficult to judge, giving them something to think about.
Coming in now to our third and final round of our fourth bout of the evening. Kaewkarnda in the black corner and Looktal in the white. And quite frankly, it was quite an even round. Very hard to separate these two ladies at the moment.
You know, sometimes when a fighter who's not been performing well has a better round, it makes you feel like they've won that round, but if we're being honest, it could still go to Looktal. She was still performing very well. Yeah, difficult, really was. Really was close. Much better performance. In the black corner.
She had some solid knees and the hands are still hitting the mark.
Remember, if you're just joining us, Looktal, just 15 years of age and Kaewkarnda, 16. Here we go. Third and final round here. Very important round it could be. Kaewkarnda, she's very much performing how she should have performed in round number 1 now.
Yeah, she performed pretty well in the second round, but I can see the judges also giving that one to Looktal though.
Close. Oh, good good right hand once again there by Looktal.
Looktal at the moment. Looktal at the moment, not giving her opponent space to breathe. Still pushing forward. Good kicks there and a return by Kaewkarnda.
Some of the fans on the stream, some of them are saying, yep, it's one apiece. Others are saying, no, Looktal is two up. Difficult one. Here we go. Good knees there. It's tense. You can see in the corners of Kaewkarnda and indeed Looktal are screaming for their fighters on here.
Once again, I mean, that knee to the midsection from Looktal, that's going to score some big points for her.
I do like that left hand of Kaewkarnda. I mentioned it in round number 2. I don't think she's thrown it enough. She has a good jab as they move close together.
I mean, she's been throwing a lot of 1-2s. I'm just quite surprised that Kaewkarnda hasn't seemed to have figured it out just yet.
Moving backwards. But the judges won't want to see that.
Into the clinch we go, but no shots were thrown. Referee has to separate them.
See the top lip now of Kaewkarnda is very swollen. She's got some markings on the both eyes as she eats another right hand. And again, good knee in the clinch though from Kaewkarnda.
Ate the right hand, but we can't overlook the kick, the counter kick from Kaewkarnda. Definitely scored some points as well.
Yes, I do think though, if I'm being honest, that Looktal has done a little better in round number 3.
Yeah, and her corner would agree with you, and that's the end of our third and final round of our fourth bout of the evening.
These girls went to war here on Thai Fight League. Tremendous display of Muay Thai by both of them. Great display of sportswomanship, should I say. But we will go to the judges for a decision.
For the first time tonight, in fact.
Yeah, I do believe, if I'm being honest, that Looktal may have done a little bit more, but it wouldn't surprise me if the judges did see it in favour of Kaewkarnda.
I thought Looktal did enough to win. Let's take a look at some of the replays from that third round. It was more of the same from Looktal, going in with the 1-2s. And of course, once they clinched up, the knees straight to the midsection by Looktal. Some counter fighting from Kaewkarnda as well.
But that might have been the difference maker, that right hand by Looktal.
Yeah, the right hand and the straight knees to the midsection, I thought, would be enough for Looktal to win this bout.
All right, well, let's find out. Let's hand it over to our MC in the ring.
The winner is White Corner, Looktal from Buri.